So here we have some sodium metal. Metals should be nice and shiny when clean, and this really doesn't look very nice and shiny, but of course it's not clean. If we were to cut a piece of sodium, which we can do fairly easily, it's quite a soft metal, then we would see that when freshly cut, it's doing its good little metal thing and being nice and shiny. Now, it's not going to stay nice and shiny for very long, but when freshly cut, we can see that it is. Sodium, being in group 1 of the periodic table, is an alkali metal. That makes it fairly reactive to water. It actually has to be stored in paraffin oil. So it's stored in oil because if it were to dry out, then it may actually start reacting with the water vapor, with the water droplets, I guess, with the moisture that's just in the air. So we don't want it to do that, so it's always stored under paraffin oil. And we can see how reactive it is by dropping a small piece into water. Before we do that, let's just add a little bit of universal indicator solution. Now, of course, this is green in a neutral solution, like the water that I have in this bowl here. Green in neutral, yellow, orange, red in acidic conditions, and blue, purple in basic conditions. So let's see what happens when we drop just a small piece of sodium into this water here. Now you can see we're getting purple color there because we're making a base. We're making a basic solution of sodium hydroxide. The sodium is reacting with the water, forming hydrogen gas and sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base, hence the purple color when we have some universal indicator solution in. Now, when you put sodium into water, it often does that. It just fizzes around. It's fizzing around because, of course, the hydrogen gas given off is driving the sodium around the surface of the water. However, we can increase the chances of getting a flame by, instead of dropping the sodium straight into the water, we can just drop it onto a bit of tissue paper, or in this case, paper towel. So just put another piece of sodium. We pat it dry with paper towel just to get most of the oil off it, and then we introduce it. Some sparks and a flame. There we go. And a spit. Sometimes chemicals bump like that, they sort of spit, so we need to be always careful about that.